Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas to all the urbanists out there. We are in New York City at the very epicenter of Christmas. The holidays are very well known here in the city. Of course, countless movies, Home Alone 2, Elf, and the list goes on. But the very important, the thing that draws many people to the city for Christmas are the lights, the decorations, and the stores, especially along Fifth Avenue. And I'm answering one question today, is how crowded it is on a Sunday morning right before Christmas. It's December 22nd, 2024, and it's a brisk 17 degrees Fahrenheit, very cold. And we're gonna see how crowded it is if you decide to go in the morning to see all the sights along Fifth Avenue and towards Times Square. Let me know. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist, and let's explore beautiful New York City. So right here, we're starting at the Plaza Hotel, which is the famous location where Macaulay Culkin's character, Kevin McAllister in Home Alone 2, stayed at. He was even given pizza by a cameo of our upcoming president, which was very interesting as well. So here is beautiful Plaza Hotel. Plaza Hotel also has stores. I think a lot of things are going to be closed at the moment because it's like 9:30 a.m. Things start opening around 10 a.m. So this is a good time if you want to avoid the crowds. But let's see if we really do avoid the crowds, especially as we go towards Rockefeller Center. Let me know how everyone's doing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So to orient everyone, right now I am at the corner of 59th Street and 5th Avenue. Right there is Central Park. This is a great area to start your walk in Central Park, either this corner or the other corner at Columbus Circle. This is the Plaza Hotel, and we are at 5th Avenue. We're going basically down 5th Avenue for 59th to about the 40s, maybe towards Grand Central or the Bryant Park Holiday Market. Susie says that are you crazy? It's 18 degrees. I love walking in this cold. You know, the city is like quiet. I love it. I love when the city's nice and chill, no one's around. Kind of like having that feeling of the city to myself. But also, I really like bundling up, and I might not look super bundled, but I have like 4 very good layers on, so I'm really, really well cozy and warm. So I'm a bit disappointed. I think this is the first time I'm actually experiencing the Christmas lights myself this year. You know, usually I start going around November, but this year I've been busy because the Edinburgh Urbanist, a 1-hour documentary about Edinburgh, Scotland, the magical city that people know all around the world, that inspired Harry Potter, is coming out December 23rd at 7 p.m. As a premiere on YouTube. But I was also not too incentivized to walk around the Christmas decorations because I heard that there's not that many, and this is disappointing. Oh no. So unfortunately, the plaza in front of the plaza is under construction, and this is a big shame. This is one of the bigger Christmas decorations in New York City. The Pulitzer Fountain is the name, and it usually very elaborately decorated. Definitely was like 2, 3, 4 years ago when I came here in 2020. Last year, not so much. It's a shame that's like fully under construction. It's a big shame. All right, let's see if Bergdorf Goodman. So Bergdorf Goodman is another location famous for its Christmas decorations. It's at 58th and 5th Avenue, that is. And they're known for their windows. And let's see if they measure up this time around. So almost no one here at the windows. Panajotas leaves a €10 super chat. Panajotas, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it.
No.
Panajotas says, happy holidays, Ariel. Happy New Year. May 2025 be kicking as 2024 did. But they're just leaving a nice little subtle pun there. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I definitely will be enjoying the new year as I did in 2024. Thank you so much. I appreciate the €10 super chat. I didn't know it was gonna be so windy, so pardon the wind noise. I hope it's not too much. Let me know. I want to go live without using the microphone, so you can hear the sights and sounds a little bit more clearly, but let me know if it's too much, otherwise I'll put on the microphone. I'm a bit disappointed. I mean, it's cool, the dresses that they play here, so. But it's not very Christmassy, more like disco. Susie says, I need that yellow dress. Nancy says, happy holidays. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Nancy. Bergdorf Goodman, for anyone who doesn't know, is the highest end of department stores here in New York City. There used to be Barney's, but Barney's no longer exists, so there's Bergdorf Goodman. It's on the level higher. There's like JCPenney, which I don't think is in the city anymore, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, and then Bergdorf Goodman would be number one. Hey Oz, nice to see you here. So here's another mainstay of New York City's Christmas decorations in front of this building. I never found out the name of this building, but it's on right by the Plaza Hotel on 58th Street. And here we have the candy canes hanging off this building that looks very tempting if I were a skateboarder to just roll on down. And we see these high rises of Billionaires Row. That building right in the center is Steinway Tower. Panajota says, New York City seems less decorated than it was previous years. It is. It is. So far, my impression is way less decorations than previous years. Way less. I thought there were, like, it's a shame. New York City is a tourist center for Christmas. Like, New York people come here, the big peak times is Christmas and summer. Susie says, is that the Grace Building? The Grace Building is the same similar structure, but that's the one in Bryant Park. Hey, Action Kid is tuning in. Action Kid, hope you're doing well. Action Kid, you're probably out and about today. 18 degrees Fahrenheit. It's nice. Good day to walk. Arasilis says, can you show us the Macy's store? No, not today. I'm a bit far away from the Macy's store. But check out my friend Action Kid or New York City Walking Show. I think one of them or both of them have shown the Macy's store. Action Kid and New York City Walking Show. If people are missing my live streams, I haven't gone live in New York. I think this is the first time I've gone live in New York. The wind gusts, yeah, the wind gusts are high. This is the first time I've gone live in New York since coming, like, a long time. I went to Italy. I didn't go live since coming back from Italy. So if you want to see more live videos of New York City, check out my colleagues here on YouTube, Action Kid and New York City Walking Show. Oh, this is not very Christmassy. They want like kind of disco style. It's gorgeous, but it's not inspiring the holiday cheer here. Let me know, what are your thoughts of the Bergdorf Goodman windows? Like, I love this. I love this if this was for any other time of the year. I would be like, yes, these are some of the coolest windows I've seen. But it's Christmas time, and I'm not feeling holiday cheer. Look at this. And look at this. They used to have like a very elaborate decorations here. But here, this Louis Vuitton store. That's impressive. Dora says, I love seeing this. I reminisce of your older walks. NJ says, who the hell wants to see New York City when it's infested with illegal criminal immigrants? Well, you know, it's not. As we were walking around, you can see there is not such infestation as reported in the news. People are depressed since the elections. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. New York City seems to be okay. Wow, it must be record cold, says Daniel. Not really. New York has gotten colder. I've live streamed. I think the coldest I've ever live streamed was from 13-degree weather. It's hard. I'm not sure how long my phone will last. So this is probably going to be a short live stream due to the cold. LV looks amazing. It really does. That is impressive. Great artwork. So here we have the Tiffany building, another gorgeous place to visit during the holidays. Right next to it we have Trump Tower. Not too decorated. Bugatti and Zegna, they used to have a huge scaffolding here. They finally removed it. It's good. You can see the glory of the building. RJ, nice to see you here. Hello, Dory. Says happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, Dory. How are you doing? Ooh, it's cold. Oh my god. I'm wearing gloves. I can't feel my fingers too much. Note to self, wear stronger gloves during this time of year. I have leather gloves, but they are not providing enough insulation. Inspire Life says, good to see you out and about in the morning. Yeah. I kind of miss they had like decorations here that were like gifts, like the spinny things that the Jewish people use during the holidays. There was other things like a horse, a lot of like there's a lot of other decorations which were very fun. Susie says, I love the cold, but 18 degrees is a little bit much for me. Susie, that's kind of crazy, you know, because this is such a great time of year. Great time of year to visit. Great day to walk around. Oh, there's a choir. Look at that. Charlene says you should wear heated gloves. What are heated gloves? I've never heard of them. Where can I buy them? I might need to go to Uniqlo, buy some good pair of insulated gloves. Dreidel, thank you so much. I forgot the name of that very holiday object. Okay, this one's always beautifully decorated. The Peninsula Hotel on 55th Street and 5th Avenue. All right, who wants a Rolex? Let me know. No Rolexes on display at the moment. This is the Peninsula Hotel. Look how gorgeous this is. Nathan says, I'm ready for the cold. Visiting New York City late January. Oh, you know, December is cold. But these type of temperatures are more common in January and February. So prepare yourself. January and February are the coldest times of the year here in New York City. Susie says, I'll take a Rolex. Okay. All right, one Rolex for Susie, one Rolex for Bella. All right, noted, noted, noted. Action Kid says, I love heated gloves. They have rechargeable batteries and do a decent job keeping your hands and fingers warm. It lasts about 4 hours on high. Ooh, all right. If Action Kid recommends it, you know it's good because Action Kid, like myself, walks in the coldest of winters, rain or shine. Carrie says, visiting New York in the winter is my favorite time to come. It's a lot less crowded. It's a lot less crowded not during the holidays. So we're here out early on this unusually cold day for December. So that's why it's empty at the moment. So this is a good time if you want to see the holidays decorations before the mass crowds at night. It gets really, really hectic. I'm not sure on a cold day like today, but in general it does. However, January is the quietest month in New York City, and to an extension February as well. So if you really, really want to avoid the crowds, have New York City to yourself. There's a lot of trendy restaurants here in New York City. They tend to be fairly empty on January, so a lot of cool places are easy to get to, easy to make reservations. A lot of the museums are pretty quiet, so it's a really good time of year. I recommend it for anyone coming. You can enter these churches. They have security, so I'm not going to try to get in at the moment, but a lot of these churches are gorgeous. This is St. Thomas Church. This is where the Vanderbilts got married. Very, very famous church. Nandine says, grab coffee to warm up. I think I will. Now, I'll be showing you a place to warm up, so stay tuned. If you're a viewer of New York City videos, you probably already know all the places to warm up at this point. But I will point out, so we're walking along 5th, but don't stop inside yet, because there is a place where you can warm up, avoid the crowds, have bathrooms, maybe a lunch, and maybe go to one of the coolest attractions in New York City. So when it comes to, you're coming to New York City, you're in a pinch, and it's getting very cold, and you may not be from a place where it's usually not that cold, so you're not really well prepared for the weather. if you need to buy clothes on a pinch that's good quality but low cost, it's Uniqlo right here. Uniqlo, and they have another location in Soho, and I think another location in 34th Street. This is my top recommendation. They're not a New York City brand, but it's the best store because they have very warm clothing. Jackets are they have jackets as cheap as like $50, like really strong jackets. So it's a really great store. Highly recommend it. Hey, Brent says, I haven't seen the Ariel live stream in a while now. Yeah, good to be back. Hello, Dwayne. Says that church was mentioned in the song by Canadian rock musician Burton Cummings. The song is I'm Scared. Really? Wow. Here is Cartier. Cartier. Hey, Cartier is looking a bit plain. What is this? Did all New York City run out of money? Where are these decorations? I mean, I like the little star motif. Solar Plexus says, I went for a Tissot watch. Yeah. I'm personally a fan of Boulevard, so I highly recommend Boulevard if you're looking for a New York brand while you're here in New York City. Wendy says, wow, so good to see you. So good to see you too. Janet says, Cartier isn't as festive, but still interesting. Yes, still interesting, but not as festive. I am disappointed, to say the least. You know, I expected a lot from New York City. New York City is a magical place when it comes to the holidays. And I think we gotta step up our game. We gotta live up to what we did a few years ago. So now we're approaching St. Patrick's Church. St. Patrick's Church, one of the most iconic churches in New York City. Roman Catholic Church, the very first major Roman Catholic cathedral here, or the major Roman Catholic cathedral here in New York City. Built over 150 years ago at this point. Okay, now we're starting to see a little bit of crowds. Okay, before we go to the main hubbub of New York City, Christmas. If you want to learn more about the history of Christmas here in New York City, after this live video, go watch my Christmas documentary that was released last year. It's called Why New York City is So Magical. Why New York City Christmas is So Magical. It's on my YouTube channel, Urbanist Exploring Cities. Let me know if you watched it last year. It's an hour documentary that goes in deep about the history, about Christmas in New York City, and people who work nowadays in the holiday markets, at the Met Opera, and many other places to continue that holiday cheer. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? You're supposed to give us a pass. Okay, there's a line here. What is this line for? No. So now we're approaching Rockefeller Center. Rockefeller Center encompasses a few blocks. It's a lot of buildings, like I think 19 buildings. And there's a line here, and this is for the Lego store. Right here. Oh wow, this is the line. Inspired Life says, great doc. Genius says, check out Trump Tower. Trump Tower really didn't have any decorations. I wouldn't walk in with the camera at the moment. All right, let's okay, here we're gonna zigzag a little bit, and the reason we're doing that is because we're gonna go to St. Patrick's Cathedral first, and then we'll go to Rockefeller Center. Daniel says apparently it feels like negative 14 Celsius in the wind. Don't know what that is, but it's below zero. Yes. Bella says I watched it and loved it. Hello Firestorm. Hello Raphael. Raphael says if there's a line, it's good, whatever it is. Hey, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by lines in New York City. New Yorkers love to line up for some reason. People are waving. I'm not sure who they're waving to. Don't be fooled by New York City winter. What's the phone that I'm streaming from is a good question. I'm streaming from the iPhone 13 Plus Pro to the Mega Max X Extreme phone. iPhone 13, that's what I'm streaming from.
Yeah. Because you're working.
Mass is going to start. I'll show you here from the outside because not to walk around while Mass is happening. George Lace, nice to see you here. How are you doing? Inflation has even affected candle prices in candle donations in churches. that was nice. So there's a mass. It's open to the public. Feel free to come in. You can also stay for a little while and leave if you want to. If you do that, just sit a little bit further towards the back. But that's the beauty about these Roman Catholic churches here in New York City and many other parts of the world. You can just step in. If you want religious souvenirs, my top recommendation is right across the block here. There's a St. Patrick's gift shop, which is very nice. I love it, and I highly recommend coming here. And then if you come here during hours that are not mass, you'll be able to walk around and really enjoy the cathedral and see all the different decorations and sculptures and reliefs. Thomas says, when is Spanish Mass? I don't know if they have a Mass in Spanish here at St. Patrick's. There are definitely many churches in New York City where there's Masses in many languages, but definitely Spanish is the more prominent aside from English. Adam says, watch out for ice. Yes, watch out for black ice here in New York City. Ice is not always super visible, so watch your step. So here's the St. Patrick's Cathedral gift shop. Highly recommend it if you want yourself a religious souvenir. Charlene says, I love the bells. Me too. Joy says they do have Spanish Mass. Oh, thank you so much. So if anyone knows the times to the Spanish Mass of St. Patrick's Cathedral, let us know. This is well decorated. It's a public atrium right here. Beautiful blue skies. Oh yes. Solar sensitive English language. No, you find a lot of Spanish language celebrations. All right, so here it is. This is Tartinery. It's a pretty good spot. A bit expensive, but if you have the budget for it, it's a nice little quick brunch spot here, breakfast spot here in the middle of the city. Ooh, I like this. Good decorations. Look at that. The Christmas tree. Oh, beautiful. This is very nice. Ooh. Here we have, Irving Farm. Irving Farm is pretty good. Adam says, do you have Christmas items? Yes, I do have gifts. I already have received a few gifts, which is very nice. And I have gifts for others, yeah. Pardon the shaky cam. I'm adjusting my gloves so I don't get cold. Hello, Ron from the Philippines. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're doing well, Ron. Let me know, are any of the major Filipino cities decorated? Do people decorate in Manila? You know, Philippines being a predominant Catholic country, I assume that there's probably a lot of Christmas celebrations over there. J. Chris says the wind sounds deadly. It is. It is. Watch out. What's the name of the building you were in? Olympic Tower was the name of the building along 51st Street here in New York City. There's a Greek flag, so apparently there's maybe a Greek consulate here. There's a horde of tourists asking, where's the tree? It's right there. These cars, what are you guys doing? Hey, you guys, you gotta let us cross. What are you doing? So on Sunday, if I'm correct today, they will be closing the street at some point, Fifth Avenue. I think it's later in the day. Alright, so I'm going to show you how most people get to see the tree, and I'll show you the pro tip of how to see the tree and avoid the crowds. Let me know if that sounds good. Isaiah says, can we see the tree? Yes. I'll show you the normal way you can get to it, how most tourists end up seeing it. And I'll show you the way to avoid the crowds, especially when it's later at night and it's packed like sardines. And most people end up just waiting in a deluge of tourists trying to get a glimpse of the tree. I'll show you how to avoid that. Okay, so we're gonna Laszlo says $5 super chat. Wow, your video quality is excellent. What network do you use to broadcast in perfect HD? I have Verizon Wireless, and I use the Prism Live Studio app to live stream from my phone. Really good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that, Saks. No Christmas light show on Saks, which is a shame. It's a big, big shame. But at least they have some holiday cheer. And ladies and gentlemen, the tree. Behold.
Oh, Sunny.
Okay, so right now it's empty. So is New York City crowded on a Sunday morning? Not so much. You'll be okay before about 11 a.m. You won't see too many crowds. So do come here, even on the weekends, before 11 a.m. if you want to avoid the crowds. But if there's an intense amount of crowds, there's a way to get to the tree faster than going this path right now. So right here, later in tonight, around 6 p.m. or so, too many people. It's crowded, people are stuffed, people are taking their photos, people are just kind of wiggling their way over to the tree. And it takes you a while, it's a bit stressing. If you want to avoid that, I'm gonna show you right now the other path. So we're gonna go back to this corner. So not in front of Saks. We're gonna go right here in this entrance between 51st and 50th along 5th Avenue. And I'll point out the entrance. And the reason we could go through multiple entrances, so if you're on the opposite side, you're basically doing everything. If you're on the 6th Avenue side, you're basically doing everything in reverse. Hey, Alman Votero with the 12 euro super chat. Let's have a hot chocolate on me. Alman Votero, thank you so much. Yes, I'll take you up on that offer. Let's see if they have the Franchette cart here, because that's like the better hot chocolate in Rockefeller Center. Not Ralph Lauren right here. So Ralph Lauren, good coffee, very good coffee actually. If you want something to go, I think they opened up at 11 a.m. But their hot chocolate is not so good. Otherwise, we're going through this entrance right here. So you'll see Atlas. right in front of St. Patrick's Cathedral. And we're gonna go through this entrance because this entrance is gonna be pretty quiet. Diane says, hope your nose is okay. I do have to get warm now. I've been walking for an hour. Yeah. Okay. Oh, my nose is very red. Ooh. All right. I can warm up now here. So we're inside. It's gorgeous. And I'll show you the path. I'm gonna go slow so people can really know where I'm walking. And I'll explain. It's very easy, you know, you won't get too lost here. If you get lost, it's okay, you'll find your way out. It's not the end of the world. But the entire Rockefeller Center has an underground area, walkways, that you can stroll around, and you can access many of the stores. So if you want to get into stores like Banana Republic, right over here, there's an entrance right over here. So this is among, like, it's worth taking this shortcut because you'll see a lot of the cool lobbies at Rockefeller Center. All right, so we're gonna go down this escalator right in front of where we walk through, right by Atlas. Chris says, I love that you go slow. Hey, I'm glad. So we're going towards the rink level, and the rink, that's going to be your indicator. That's where you're going to see the tree without the stifling crowds. Later on in the day, this entrance to Banana Republic is open. I think they open around 11 a.m. Another great store to visit here in the US if you're not used to these US brands. And we're walking here. And here is your first pro tip. These are the restrooms. There's two main restrooms in the lower level of Rockefeller Center. This is one of them. The other one is on the opposite side. These are great public restrooms. They tend to be clean. There's not too many people lingering inside, which is great. So it is a great restroom to use. Restrooms are hard to come by in the middle of New York City, unless if you go to a restaurant. So this is a very important pro tip. Remember this, because otherwise you will be walking around in 17-degree cold, freezing your ass off, waiting to go to the bathroom. So there's many paths. This will lead you back up to the street level, but we're not going this way. We're going this way. Susie says, nice hat hair. Yeah, it's nice hat hair. Indeed. All right, so don't worry, you won't get lost. There's a lot of signage. Another pro tip, you grab yourself some food to go. There is seating down here, which is great, right in front of another entrance to the Banana Republic. You can also enter through the Banana Republic later in the day for this shortcut. And you'll see how close we're gonna get to the tree. You're gonna be stunned. Here's another store. What store is this one? Anthropology. Oh, Anthropology. That's a good store. And right down here, this is going to be shocking, ladies and gentlemen. Like, really shocking. You're gonna be like, how did I not know this? If you are a tourist, you might have bumped into it naturally, but sometimes people don't realize how easy it is to see the tree. All right. At eye level, and voila, we have the tree right in front of our eyes. And we can enjoy the rink. Later at night, you'll see all the crowds stuffed right there, and we're able to see the tree in warmth right here, avoiding any precipitation right here, so close. This is the closest. That's fantastic. Okay, so I think the surface is back. So here in the rink level, there's a lot of great spots. I recommend the Daily Provisions. If you want something to go, it's awesome. If you want food, 5 Acres is really stand out. This has one of the best burgers I've ever had. 5 Acres. Highly, highly recommended. And I'll show you more. But we're gonna. Okay, so now we're gonna attempt to see. It would be yes, yes. So pour into it all night and day. They might close this at night, but if you're lucky, this is open. You'll walk through here, back to ground level, and you'll see why. So this kind of sucks. I'm a bit. Only the pathways I used to use to get too close to the tree outside. These I used to use to get too close to the tree outside are closed. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, that's a shame. I'm trying to see if there is another way. Where there's a will, there is a way. All right. I don't think we're gonna get lucky. All right, let's go back outside. All right, let me know if you see me and hear me, ladies and gentlemen.
Rainbow room.
Do you see anything from the lower level? Let me know what's the last thing you guys saw. So we got off the exit of the Rainbow Room. Okay, so I was trying to find the pathway to get to the tree right in front of it. It no longer works. It worked years prior, which was through the lobby of 30 Rockefeller Center. So there is not much of a way to get that close to the tree. But the only two alternatives is getting off this exit right here. And around the corner of this exit, you're gonna see that we're all close to the tree again. So you still avoid the crowds somewhat. Well, you don't avoid them fully, actually. The other way to get a little bit closer to the tree without avoiding the crowds is enter through the Todd Snyder store or one of these other stores on this side of the street or the other side of the street. And you cut through the crowds as well through there. And you get out through the exit into the plaza. But there we go. You learn how to see the tree up close under the rink. I mean, Plaza. Hey, Ron says try Kenny G instead of 5G. That's funny, Ron. So, this perspective is.
Come back a different day.
Yeah.
Inspire Life says, let's cross after New Year. So the tree's pretty much taken down very quickly after New Year. I think you only have like 1 or 2 days of leeway. I think by January 3rd, there's not a tree. So yeah, don't count on seeing it after the New Year. The only way to really get up and close to the tree, really nowadays, is taking the VIP tour for Top of the Rock. So go to the Top of the Rock website. Top of the Rock is the observation deck on top of Rockefeller Center. Great observation deck. The best way to see the Empire State Building from a high perspective. But if you take the VIP tour does take you to the front of the tree without the crowds. So that's the best way to see the tree without the crowds. I have a video of the VIP tour from the summertime, so you can see what the VIP tour looks like in general. But during Christmas, they do stop right under the tree, so you can have the best photo opportunity. No crowds. It's great. Are you streaming on New Year's? No, I won't be streaming on New Year's. You should do multi-live streams from each observation deck. Oh, Susie, are you talking about doing like a live stream where the camera's in different observation decks at the same time? That actually would be really cool. I'll call my friend Cliff to see if we can make it happen. Actually, that would be very interesting. All right, let me know what you would like to see. Let me know if you guys have any questions or any need any pro tips from the holidays. I covered the holidays here in New York extensively. I have a full documentary about why Christmas is so magical in NYC, and I highly recommend checking it out. I'll stick around for 10 more minutes because battery's running out quickly. And stay tuned. December 23rd. That is 2 days from now. Actually, the 23rd is tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. New York City time, the premiere for the Edinburgh Urbanist is coming out. Edinburgh documentary, 1 hour. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot about Edinburgh. It's perfect for the holidays because Edinburgh has this like kind of similar mystique that a city like New York has. It's like a perfect wintry city. So highly recommend checking it out. And then after that, I'm doing a live Q&A, cozied up at home, drinking a nice cocktail, maybe having some nice food, and chatting about the documentary and anything else afterwards. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Let me know if you're going to be there. And let's walk around for 10 more minutes. I'll show you how to get towards Grand Central. So, another store recommendation, McNally Jackson, one of the better bookstores. Basically the only good bookstore in Midtown Manhattan. They also have a few other locations, but this is an awesome location here. Great books, great souvenirs, great tote bags and postcards, and greeting cards and stationery. Is a great store all around. Highly recommend it. Chris says, tomorrow I'm on the plane to Japan. Hey Chris, you're going to Japan during the holidays. That's so cool, man. I hope you enjoy it. Fast food recommendation during the weekday. This is closed in the weekends, unfortunately. In day, it's Indian casual food. Rice bowls, basically, Indian rice bowls. Very good for lunch. Raffaello is watching tomorrow. Yeah! Inspire Life says, wow, watch Ariel's new Edinburgh documentary tomorrow. It's bound to be amazing. Well, my editor, Maria, said it was her finest work. So, our finest work. So, she has bold words from Maria, the editor. And she also filmed the documentary. So, I'm excited. Adita says, here in India, can you explain why New York City is so famous for the finance sector? New York City, basically the American financial industry started in New York City. It started all the way back with the stock exchange. It goes back to Dutch times, but the stock exchange, we have the largest stock exchange in the world. I think, if I'm correct, I think we have the largest stock exchange in the world. If not, it's definitely in the top 3. And due to the fact that we've had a massive stock exchange here since the early 1800s, in essence, late 1700s, all the financial institutions are here because of that, in close proximity, physical proximity to the stock exchange. That's one of the factors. There's many other factors. So we're back on 5th Avenue. If you continue going down 5th Avenue, we'll end up reaching Grand Central Terminal, which is another beautiful place to visit during the holidays, and you can make your way to Bryant Park. Favorite indoor food court? Favorite indoor food court is nearby. At Rockefeller Center, nearby, there's a place called Urban Hawker, which is Asian food mostly, but it's really, really good. And it's usually not super crowded, so highly recommend it. But any of the urban space food markets nearby are really good as well. Ron says, can we see Louis Vuitton? I showed it in the beginning of the broadcast. So afterwards you can rewind to the beginning. Michael says, maybe you could show the fair. Battery's running out quickly, so I'm gonna live stream until I have 10% battery, which is probably 10 minutes. Matt says, I'm going to work. User says, this is live. Yes, it is. I will watch the Scotland documentary tomorrow, says Matt. Hey, Matt, thank you so much. Glad you're hyped for it. Tomorrow, is it a documentary about Christmas time, or is it just about the city? Carrie, it's about the city, not about Christmas time. About the city in general. We'll cover Harry Potter, the cool buildings in Edinburgh, some of the darker tales about the city. I'll have 2 well-known urbanists that always comment on these live streams. Gary and Susie do appear on the documentary. If you guys probably have seen their name pop up in my live streams, and then and many other cool stories. Food is briefly covered as well, so a lot of cool stuff. It's a good portrait of the city. It covers things that you don't see in other YouTube videos. It's more of a experience of Edinburgh as opposed to learning the top 10 tips of where to travel. User says, where else am I streaming? To Facebook, Urbanist Live, and YouTube. Urbanist Exploring Cities. Merry Christmas to you and your family in advance. Hey, thank you so much. Barra says, great test stream the other night. Yeah, it was a test for tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going live, cozied up at home. Sabby says, I'm a new grandma. She was born on October 17th, 2024. Hey, congratulations. Oh, that's so awesome to hear. Ooh, one of my favorite cafes. Opened up here in Midtown. Fabrique. Fabrique is a well-known bakery cafe in Sweden. And they opened up here. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, amazing. Brent says maybe arrive. Sorry. Carrie says tomorrow at 7 Eastern time on YouTube. Yes. 7 p.m. New York City time on YouTube. Urbanist Exploring Cities. Thanks for helping us to get into the holiday spirit. My pleasure. Okay. Okay, stores are getting packed. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. To answer the question that we started with, how crowded is it? Not very crowded. Come here before 11 a.m. You avoid the crowds of New York City during the holidays. New York City tends to be way quieter exactly on Christmas Day. So if you're traveling here with your family or friends or with a loved one, Christmas Day is a good day to explore the lights because New Yorkers are definitely not in the city. It's a very, very quiet time. And aside from that, there's many other places. There's Grand Central Terminal. There's Bryant Park Holiday Market, which is the biggest of the holiday markets. Union Square is amazing holiday market as well. And then go to the Wall Street Tree is another one. So go right in front of the New York Stock Exchange. And that's, aside from the Rockefeller Center tree, that is another of the most beautiful trees in New York City during the holidays. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. New York City time. Stay tuned for a documentary premiere and a live Q&A right after that. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, and so happy to show you the holiday spirit. Hope you staying warm, and I hope many cool travels come about in 2025. Everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Stay curious, my friends. Oh, I got interrupted there. I got a notice that it's 10% battery, so I'll say that one more time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully many travels come in 2025. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Stay curious, my friends. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Roxanne, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Bye.